Welcome to PodForge, your daily briefing tech AI daily. Hey everyone, welcome back to the daily news briefing, where I, Sam, cut through the noise to bring you the freshest tech stories. You know, it's been another wild week in the world of AI and gadgets, and today we're focusing on some timely issues that are sparking debates online. We'll start with the backlash against Amazon Ring's Super Bowl ad, then move into this new Quit GPT campaign, pushing people to cancel their ChatGPT subs. And finally, touch on that alarming resignation from an Anthropic safety researcher. Let's jump right in, because these stories are making waves and raising some serious questions about privacy and innovation. Alright, so first up, let's talk about Amazon Ring's Super Bowl ad. That's got everyone buzzing for all the wrong reasons. From what I've seen on Reddit, the ad is promoting Ring's neighborhood watch features, but it's stirring up fears of mass surveillance, with users pointing out how it could lead to more invasive monitoring in communities. I mean, the post from Our Technology highlights how people are upset about the potential for Ring to encourage a surveillance state, where everyday folks are roped into watching each other's every move. It's like, oh wow, that's really concerning. Because while the ad might be trying to sell security, it's ignoring the privacy nightmares that come with it. And sources like The Verge are echoing those sentiments. Digging deeper, another Reddit thread from Our Technology shares an EF article that criticizes Ring's approach, emphasizing that no one, not even our pets, benefits from this kind of pervasive surveillance. You know, it's making me think about how these ads normalize constant monitoring, which could erode personal freedoms over time. Let me think. Is this just clever marketing or a step towards something more dystopian? Either way, the backlash is intense, with folks online calling for more regulations to curb companies like Amazon from pushing these products without proper safeguards. That's genuinely wild, and it's forcing us to question the balance between safety and privacy. Shifting gears a bit, this story ties into broader themes in tech, like how surveillance tech is evolving rapidly, and we need to stay vigilant. For instance, another source mentions Discord's new ID and face scan mandates, which actually parallels this by adding more layers of verification that could exacerbate privacy concerns. But sticking to Ring, the key point is that public reaction is swift and negative, potentially impacting Amazon's brand. Okay, so basically, if companies don't address these fears, they might face boycotts or policy changes. Now, let's pivot to our second story, which is this Quit GPT campaign that's gaining traction on Reddit. According to a post in Our Technology, the campaign is simply urging people to cancel their ChatGPT subscriptions. And it's linked to an article from MIT Technology Review. The source doesn't specify exact reasons, but it's clear that folks are unhappy enough to organize this pushback against OpenAI's popular AI tool. I was gonna say it's probably about general dissatisfaction, but sticking to the facts, the campaign is just calling for cancellations without delving into specifics like privacy or ethics. That's really interesting. What stands out is how this could affect OpenAI directly, as more cancellations might signal broader trends in AI adoption. You know, if enough people join in, it could highlight vulnerabilities in subscription-based models for AI services. Oh, that's actually surprising because ChatGPT has been so popular, but now we're seeing organized efforts to step away. Let me think about this. Does this mean users are re-evaluating the value they get from these tools, or is it just a momentary fad? Either way, it's a reminder that AI companies have to keep their users engaged, and this campaign might inspire similar actions against other platforms. Building on that, I've noticed related discussions, like one about AI fatigue from a software engineer on Reddit. where they talk about feeling drained despite productivity gains. Wait, but I have to be careful not to mix sources. That one's separate, though it ties in thematically. For QuitGPT specifically, the source just states the call to action. So it's fascinating how a simple campaign can ripple out. That's so intriguing, and it makes me wonder if this is the start of more user-led movements in tech, pushing for better accountability from AI developers. Alright, wrapping up this story, it's clear that QuitGPT is more than just a hashtag. It's a sign of evolving consumer behavior in the AI era. For example, another Reddit post mentions ZI being GPU starved, which might indirectly relate to resource frustrations. But again, we're focusing on the facts here. Overall, this campaign underscores the power of community feedback, and I think it's something that'll keep AI firms on their toes moving forward. Finally, let's dive into the third story that's got me a bit on edge. An Anthropic safety researcher quitting and warning that the world is in peril. From the Reddit post in R Technology, it's linked to a Semaphore article where the researcher simply states this broad warning without specifics on risks like AI control or weapons. So we're not adding details. It's just this stark statement that's raising eyebrows. I mean, that's really concerning because even without elaboration, it suggests serious issues. This resignation highlights potential internal conflicts in the AI industry, where safety experts might feel their concerns aren't being addressed. Oh wow, it's making me think about how companies balance innovation with risk management, especially as AI advances so quickly. Let me unpack this. The source doesn't detail patterns or global implications, but it's a red flag that could prompt more scrutiny from the public and regulators. In context, this story echoes other AI developments, like the release of GLM-5, which is aimed at complex tasks, as mentioned in a Reddit post from r-local MA. Wait, actually, that's a separate source, but it shows the pace of innovation while safety warnings loom. So, for Anthropic, this quit might be a call for the industry to pause and reflect, even if we don't have all the details. I was gonna speculate on collaborations, but sticking to what's provided. To wrap this up, events like this could influence how we perceive AI safety overall, especially with things like Claude Code being discussed as potentially less robust in another source. That's so thought-provoking, and it reminds us that behind the tech headlines are real people grappling with big stakes. As we come to the end of today's episode, let's quickly recap. We covered the Amazon Ring ad Backlash, highlighting surveillance fears, the QuitGPT campaign, urging subscription cancellations, and the Anthropic researcher's peril warning, underscoring AI safety concerns. Each story shows how tech is intersecting with everyday life in complex ways, and it's stuff we all need to pay attention to. That's a wrap for today's Daily News Briefing. I'm Sam, and I'll catch you tomorrow with more tech insights. Remember, in this fast-paced world, staying ahead means questioning everything. Take care and keep those discussions going online.